Lieber Onkel Martin, ich wünsche dir alles Gute zu deinem 70. Geburtstag. Wir sehen uns ja leider viel zu selten, aber an eine Sache kann ich mich noch erinnern, das war sehr lustig. Und zwar ist da der Opa Horst von Haar nach Wunsiedel gezogen oder Bad Alexandersbad noch. Und wir hatten einen sehr schweren braunen Schrank, einen riesigen Massivholzschrank, zerlegt, soweit, bis wir ihn endlich tragen konnten und dann Stockwerk für Stockwerk runtergetragen in einen LKW, den Umzugs-LKW, und ihn dann bis nach Oberfranken gekarrt, nur um dort zu erfahren, dass der Schrank doch weg kann, weswegen wir dann, das weiß ich noch, also nicht gerade behutsam mit dem Schrank umgegangen sind, als es dann auf den Wertstoffhof ging. Das hat großen Spaß gemacht, das weiß ich noch sehr genau. Ansonsten hoffe ich, dass wir uns irgendwann mal bald wieder sehen. Ich wünsche dir, wie gesagt, einen ganz tollen Geburtstag, viel Gesundheit weiterhin und ein langes Leben natürlich. Bis bald.
Happy birthday, Papa! Ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, if I should say this in English oder auf Deutsch or maybe a little Mischung, but I mostly just want to say I love you and I'm thankful for you. And one of the things that I am most thankful for is the way that you have lived your life with such faithfulness. And I mean, I've known you half of your life, so exactly. And there were so many little decisions that you made to stay the course, to not turn your back on God, even when you were hurt, to not speak ill of others, to continue seeking out God's heart and building His kingdom by loving people well. And that has really, really impacted me, just watching your devotion and your faithfulness. So I just wanted to tell you that and to wish you Prost. Just kidding, it's empty, but you know. I wish you a happy birthday und ich würde dir Cheers sagen, wenn ich da wäre. Und ich hab dich lieb. Love you.
Martin, it's so good to see your face and see pictures of you and your wife and your kids on Facebook. Good to reconnect. We're wishing you a happy birthday. We're in Charleston, South Carolina these days, close to our daughter and granddaughter and another coming granddaughter. Just wanted to mention a couple of really sweet memories. One was going with you on the Studienreise to California, taking pastors of all varieties and spending time with them and seeing you interact with them, as well as getting time to develop relationships with them. The other was the trip you and I took to Austria, of a survey trip, and spending time with some pastors, especially there was a young guy from the Navigators University of Vienna out in Western Austria who ministered in the church and was preaching and discipling people. When the pastor was only there once a month, he would fill in for him 2 or 3 times a month. But we love you guys and wish we could see you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! I just had a birthday too. Turned 68. You're going to be 70. Dean's 68, so we're all sort of right there. A lot of neat memories of Germany, and I remember your concert. I think you wrote it and led it and everything, and we came up to Hanover for that, and that was really, really fun. That was such a neat thing. We really like Charleston. We have a little granddaughter who's 9 months old, and she is so much fun. And then we're expecting another one. So, and then our other kids, Kyle and his wife Megan, live in Indiana. They have our grandson Radley and a granddaughter Palmer. So, and Jeff lives with us here. He moved down with us. He's a single guy, and he has a job at Mercedes plant here. So that's been fun. So anyway, I know your kids are all over the place too, and here you have relocated in Germany. It was interesting. I think we got rid of 75% of our stuff, moved here, bought a little bit of furniture, and but it was nice to downsize. We found a townhouse, and even in a lower price range, it was 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. So that was nice. Smaller, but yet I can clean this place really fast. So we're enjoying getting involved in church and getting involved with people. Dean's meeting with our pastor one-on-one. Going on a missions trip to Nicaragua in March 20th, 2020. So have a happy birthday. If you're ever this direction, any of you guys, we have a guest room. So ring the doorbell and come on in. This is one of our pugs. We have two of these crazy things right here. This is Waffles. And we have Batman. He's across the room. But we brought our pugs with us. Anyway, happy birthday, Martine. Enjoy yourself.
Happy birthday. God's best to you both.
Yes.
Love you.
Very good. Bon anniversaire.
Feliz cumpleaños.
It's a tough one. Chukmung Senlat.
HAPPYBIRTHDAY. Happy
birthday,
Martin!
Hallo Martin, unvergesslich ist das Badmintonspiel von uns jungen Mädels gegen dich. Wir dachten, wir ziehen dich ab, aber nein, du hast den Spieß umgedreht. Du hast uns abgezogen.
Und für mich ist unvergesslich nicht nur das Badmintonspielen mit und gegen dich, sondern auch, wenn du sonntags in der alten Stamm Musikteam hattest und mit deiner super tollen, tiefen Radiostimme gesungen hast. Das war für mich immer ganz toll.
Hallo Martin, gerne erinnere ich mich zurück an unsere Einsätze im Musikteam mit Trompete und das war immer sehr schwierig, die auszusteuern, hast du gesagt, weil die müsste man ja auch vom Ton her abnehmen. Aber das ging ja leider damals noch nicht so. Aber ich erinnere mich auch gern zurück an das Stück, wo wir zusammen gespielt haben, du am Klavier und wo du mir die Trompetenstimme drüber geschrieben hast. Das fand ich richtig toll und das weiß ich eigentlich heute auch noch. Und das war echt toll. Mach's gut, auch bis dann mal.
Hallo Martin, ich erinnere mich an ganz viele gemeinsame Abende, wo wir miteinander im Musikteam, Leitungsteam mit Tamara, die herzlich grüßen lässt, und mit Jan zusammensaßen und bis in die Puppen hinein miteinander über Musik und Theologie gesprochen haben. Das war immer ein besonderes Erlebnis.
Auf dich, Martin, zum 70.
Gottes Segen und liebe Grüße aus Lörrach.
Hey there you guys, so I just wanted to record a quick video for Martin for his tribute thing. I just talked with you this morning because I was trying to remember the story. It was about Herbert Marcuse, or as we say Marcuse, and how you went to go visit him in La Jolla and you talked with him about, I think you were interviewing him for a school project about communism perhaps, but anyway, he asked you a question about your Christianity and you responded with a very clever answer about authority and how you needed to be outside of the system to actually judge the system. And that's something I've gone back to over the years, just that concept when people have questioned so intensely my faith, or when I was at the university and there was so much, we'll call it deconstruction in a sense. Not everyone was postmodern, I know it's a technical term, but you know, my faith was being deconstructed in a sense, and it felt like a lot of spiritual warfare, but I would go back sometimes and think about what you said, how unless you're outside that system, unless you're God, you can't really have authority over it. And so just the understanding of revelation and what that really, in authority, spiritual authority, which in turn is intellectual authority, the understanding of what that means for faith that you gave me has been one of the cornerstones of my intellectual development and just of my life as a Christian and an ordained minister even. And it's, I guess, helped me hold on in times that were difficult. And I don't think my faith can really be shaken now. Like, I don't worry ever about losing faith. And that's one of those things that, you know, basically got down. I think of it as a cornerstone that got down there early on, and it's kept it there. Along with Francis Schaeffer, he is there. He is not silent. Stuff my dad has said, but I think, Martin, you know, next to my dad, you are the most important man I've ever had in my life. You really are. And so it's great to be able to catch up with you over WhatsApp. And I'm glad that you're teaching Lois about Schleiermacher and keeping her in line. Love you guys. Bye.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. We're super sorry we can't make it, but Miriam and I checked the plane tickets and we're at $1,600 round trip. So hopefully we can come visit sometime when it's a little bit cheaper. But I'm sure you'll still have a good time with your Darmstadt friends. You know, mom and family. Mom asked us to share some memories or reasons we're happy that you were born. Vi hätten inte sånt där för missed. But one thing is that I do really appreciate how much you made us feel loved and how much you cared about the family, the time and effort that you had. And then personally, one thing that I really appreciate is that you got to play foosball a lot growing up, and I still have only found 2 people that can beat me ever. So good job on that one. But yeah, I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.
So one thing I remember is the songs that we sang, and one of them was I go lift up, I go, I am the heart, I pump like so, I'm bringing life to all the parts, I am commitment, I'm the heart. Yeah!
We were together partnering to do ministry at First Baptist Galesburg. I just think about all the things that we did together, things like our morning devotions, the staff devotions, and the things we did, just praying and conversation together there in the office. I think of the times that we were planning worship and the music that you picked out, and especially when it came to the holiday seasons, what you did with the music on the organ as well as the Christmas cantatas, that was pretty powerful. Singing along in the choir with you and doing some instrumental stuff as well. Thank you for participating in my wedding and playing the organ, and that I just really appreciated that. And I just appreciate your thoughtfulness, the time that you spent in prayer and just seeking God and just relating about your own walk and your own devotion with God. And I just hope today that you're really enjoying your birthday and all that God has for you today, and the hope that we have in Christ forever. And we bless you in Jesus' name.
Hey Martine, John and Laura Wojnicki here. Wishing you a very, very happy 70th birthday from Escondido, California. Of course, we wish we could be with you. Germany's far away, and I'm just envisioning you being surrounded by so many people, family and friends, and just celebrating your 70 years. And since we're not there to share a memory, we're doing it via video. And I'd have to say one of my most special memories, there are many, would have to be listening to you play the organ. Playing the pipe organ at Emmanuel Faith was just heavenly sound, Martine. God gifted you tremendously in the area of music, and you have used those gifts to His glory. Yeah, so your organ playing stands out in my mind. Besides other things, you are a godly man, godly father, and you have been able to bless so many with your music. So that's my memory.
And from my perspective, Martine, it has to do with you being a man's man, and your sense of humor, and how I always enjoyed our conversations, and just having you play, as Laura said, in Sundeo, and then at the campouts, and just the number of ways that you ministered to the body of Sundeo as a part of your overall ministry and your visits back. And I know you loved your wife dearly, and you enjoyed your family, and from my perspective, that was always something that I admired of you. And it's ironic that just this last week I was in the attic going through some old Sundale files, and I happened to find a brochure that Emmanuel Faith did when they first came out with their Saturday service. And on the cover of the brochure is the Wojnicki family. But what's interesting is on the inside of that cover are the Wollins. And it's that infectious smile that we see from you that I always enjoyed so much. Your sense of humor was great, and I just appreciated your love for people, and most importantly, you loved them to the point where you wanted Christ in their life, and that's why you devoted your life to ministry. So thank you for allowing us to share with you, and say hi to the entire family. Thank you, Lois, for letting us know. Wish we could be there, but we are saying goodbye from Escondido.
Happy birthday. Hello, family. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag, Opa.
Ja. Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag, du bist nett. Opa, danke, weil wir bei deinem Haus gegangen haben. Und danke, dass ich mit deiner Dopplos sehen konnte. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zu deinem Geburtstag. Ich liebe dich, ich vermisse dich, Opa.
Opa, du bist ein gutes Beispiel. Ich mag dich. Opa, du bist ein gutes Vorbild. Ich mag dich. Du bist auch sehr schlau. Das ist schön.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag, Opa. Und leb lange.
Ja, herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Und ich mochte es, wie du immer wieder uns korrigiert hast, wenn wir falsch Deutsch gesprochen haben. Zum Beispiel am Tisch. Wir haben immer, darf ich Honig? Und du hast immer haben bitte danach gesagt.
Danke für die Dopplos. Opa, ich vermisse dich.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday. When I gained the promise of Lydia's hand in marriage, what I didn't realize that I was gaining was a spiritual father. And from that very first conversation, you've spoken words in my life that have stuck with me. You asked, so will you love her even if she squeezes the toothpaste out of the wrong end of the tube? Which she does not do. But I said, of course I will. That's easy. And I can't tell you how many times I needed to put my foot in my mouth because little frustrations come up, and yet that promise that I made to you comes back to mind and your words come back to me.
Some other words of wisdom you've left with us are nicht aufgeben for our family, and those words I appreciated so much of you saying your goal is no whining. And if any of us have something to whine about, I think you do, and yet you're setting a really good example of being thankful and faithful and hopeful and joyful in the midst of that. And so I'm looking forward to practicing that more when I feel like whining. Another little story or thing I think of with you is how often you got mistaken for somebody official. And every time that happened, I felt so proud that it was my dad that came across as, I don't know, important or high ranking. You had really high expectations of the youth choir, and then you would say, now that it's the performance, we just go for it and have fun. And I appreciated both of those aspects. I remember you giving me permission to, du hast gesagt, wenn ein Junge sich mir zu sehr nähert und es mir nicht gefällt, darf ich ihm eine Ohrfeige von meinem Papa geben. Und das fand ich sehr ermutigend. I don't know, I felt empowered by that. I remember your desire to ask good questions, haunting questions. questions that would wake people up in the middle of the night and not let them go back to sleep again, that you hoped would lead them to Christ. You appreciate quality and work well done. You had strong opinions about how much things should cost, especially if you knew they were cheaply made. Noch 2 Sätze, wo ich immer an dich denke. Die kamen vielleicht nicht von dir, aber du mochtest die auch. Reine Selbstbeherrschung. Und kaum macht man es richtig, schon funktioniert es. Dabei denke ich immer an Waschmaschinen. Du hast auch die Geschichte erzählt von den großen Märschen in der Sowjetunion von wegen, es gibt keinen Gott. Und die Frage gestellt, wenn es keinen Gott gibt, warum dann das ganze Theater? Ich war dankbar, den Fall der Mauer durch deine Augen zu erleben, weil das für dich so bedeutend war und ich es deshalb auch so gut in Erinnerung habe, obwohl ich nur 7 Jahre alt war. Wenn der Papa weint, dann weiß man auch als Kind, hier geschieht was ganz Wichtiges. I remember when you saw the Wollin, den Hubschrauber, den ich als Projekt gemacht hatte im Werkunterricht. Und ich wollte ihn dir zu Weihnachten geben und du hast ihn zu früh entdeckt und dann habe ich versucht, ihn noch irgendwie umzuändern, da Aktion Gemeindeaufbau, Aufkleber drauf zu tun und so, damit es noch eine Überraschung gab. Und ich habe dann diesen Hubschrauber Monate später in deinem Büro gesehen und das hat mir viel bedeutet. We've already spoken about your Bible reading in the mornings and what a difference that made. They say that children's faith is deeply influenced by their father, and your faith was always clearly deep and true and important. And I'm thankful for what you've left me with.
Do we sing happy birthday?
No.
All right, happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Martin.
So, when I think about something that I learned from you, I guess, I remember, it's hard to remember specific occasions, but when theological or faith-related discussions or questions would come up, you were well read and could like go into all the complicated arguments, but I feel like you tended to emphasize very simple arguments, and basically were like, if you can't knock that, there's no need to get into anything more complicated. I guess the one that I remember specifically is in discussions about perseverance of the saints, that you would basically say, when people said you didn't know if the saints were persevering until the end of their life, you felt like that didn't really count, that was cheating as an answer. And that was kind of it. And there was something about about the simplicity of your faith that stuck with me, that I come back to. Yeah, thank you for that.
When I think about memories of first meeting you, I remember very vividly standing and talking to Sherry and you coming into the office and us kind of ganging up on her a little bit together and seeing just the ornery twinkle in your eye. It felt so familiar and friendly, and I thought it was weird that other people would ever feel intimidated by you, because that just didn't seem like you at all. And watching you tease Lois in a way that felt so familiar, because I would see my dad teasing my mom in similar ways and to similar effect. I have always felt like you welcomed me as part of your family, and I really appreciate that.
Cool. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Bye.
Bye.
Boulder, Colorado, Martin, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. We look back on a couple decades together in Germany with fond memories. Appreciate just your value of family and creativity and fun and humor.
And Martin, ever since the first days we met, I'm thinking of the time we hung together by Kathy's parents' pool there in Sunnyvale. I was always challenged and just enjoyed our fellowship and our friendship. Thank you very much, and happy 70th birthday. Amazing. God's
Herzlichen
blessing.
Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Tschüss.
Bye-bye.
Remember way back when you guys first came to Trinity back in the previous millennium, and all the fun music stuff and everything we did. It was really a lot of fun, this nice young couple. And go ahead. You were
Well, I
gonna
was
say something.
thinking, I remember, Martin, when you were directing that musical for the kids, I think it was 100% Chance of Rain, and you got so put up with Peter that you kicked him out of the play.
Right.
And you never said a word about it. You didn't come by the office. You just kicked him out. Which was the right thing to do, by the way.
I think his next answer to that next time was, "This isn't my first rodeo." Right. Well, we got a thing. Do you remember a woman by the name of Jackie Meredith at Trinity? She sent me something in the mail yesterday. It came, and it was a beer stein. One of these with the figures and the squirrels climbing up the handle and all that stuff.
The metal top.
Metal top, yeah. And she said she had that for us when we left almost 7 years ago, and to give to me. She didn't know if I drank beer. She said, did Martin Luther drink beer? And I thought,
Well, we have to inform her.
yeah, right. We're going to have to talk about that. But anyway, we've had a couple of beers together too, and we just maybe we'll go home and have a beer and celebrate the Wollins after we're done here.
I wanted to remember too with you the Peru Christmas program we had. You know, we used to have the Christmas thing from a different country every year, and so while Lois was there, you suggested a Peruvian Christmas, which was really special. And the kids, do you remember the kids set up a market out on the patio, and they all brought stuff to sell. And I don't remember that they were ever so excited about Christmas as they were that year when we had the Peruvian Christmas. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and maybe one more. When we visited you in Hanover back in a few years back, we went to your workshop in your office where you had the computer program for composing and orchestrating and all that, and you had the map of Germany, the real map of Germany, which included all the territory. I don't know, maybe this is a classified message here. You might get arrested now. Wow, but they have good selves. So anyway, we've experienced a lot from you guys, and we just want to thank you for allowing us to be your friends and visit you in a lot of different places.
Yeah, all of those stops that we had there on Prairie Avenue in Galesburg, we just so appreciated everything from baked oatmeal in the morning and all the music concerts. And that makes me think too about the move, all the blessings that you encountered in that move, which could have been so difficult and probably was in many ways. But the fact that all the kids came home and even the piano found a new home, that was especially nice.
Yeah.
But we admire you, and we admire your family. The wedding pictures 2 months back were just so precious.
Yeah.
They've all grown up to be such solid citizens and lovers of the Lord. You've done such a good job with your family, and we admire you.
And we're praying for you. We've just experienced so much of God's grace, how He hears our prayers, and He has really kept us going. And we're praying for you. He'll keep you guys going, and your kids will keep being blessings to you and to the people they come to meet and to know. And that's why we're all here. And we just thank you for letting us be your friends and your prayer partners too. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Happy birthday, Martin. It's Peter Hall. I have a lot of memories that are about you, and these are good memories mostly. We have at Trinity a lot of things that we did, musicals and acting and whatnot. Music in general was something huge, of course, at Trinity. And when you were there, that was a big part of who we relied on. We relied on you to bring that music, and you, of course, delivered every time. Thank you for that. Also teaching us how to have good musicals and to really to operate out of discipline and to work hard to get it done right and to bring the message through that we sought out to bring, of course, about our Lord. And I remember times that were a little difficult between you and me, but that's, of course, part of learning and part of becoming who we are, and that's fine too. I also remember also seeing you play in soccer or football, as you would probably say more in Germany, but quite the athlete, yes. And that's the part I probably would have gotten along with the best if I would have been able to participate with you on that. That would have been fun. But again, I just want to say happy birthday to you, and I hope you are getting this message well, and that we all care and love you in the name of Jesus. God bless you. Thank you.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. I love you so much, and I'm so glad that I still get to spend time with you and hear all of your ridiculous jokes and puns no matter what situation we're in. It's great.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Martin, du hast alle 10 Jahre feierst du woanders. Als du 10 Jahre alt warst, warst du in Neustadt bei Coburg. Mit 20 bist du in Coburg gewesen, in der Bundesgrenzschutz. Mit 30, at 30, we were just married. We'd been married for 3 months. We were in Pasadena. At 40, we had 4 kids. We were living in Neustadt am Rübenberger. At 50, in the year 2000, we had 7 kids. 7 Kinder in Lörrach. At 60, we had 8 kids. And let me think, how many grandkids? 2 grandkids? I think 2 grandkids. Living at 736 North Prairie in Galesburg. And now, jetzt wieder in Deutschland. Neustadt am Rübenberger, 70 Jahre alt. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Martin. Es ist eine schöne Zeit mit dir gewesen. Ich hab dich lieb.
Hey Martin, Pastor Bob Myers at First Baptist Church in Galesburg, and I'm just honored to be able to give this little video and wish you a happy birthday. If I could, I'd sing happy birthday to you in German, but it's been way too many years since I last sang Schubert, so I'm afraid my German would be terrible. That would embarrass both you and me, so I've decided not to do that. But I'm wishing you a happy birthday. Things are going well here. Hope things are going well for you as well. I do want to say thank you so much for staying at First Baptist in the time that I was here. When I first came, I know that there were some challenging issues between you and First Baptist. I understand that. But you stayed here and you stuck with us here, and you were a great blessing to me, because on those Thursdays where we would go and sneak out and have some stuff probably I shouldn't have been eating, but we had great conversation. We got to talk about good music, talk about ministry. I was able to bounce ideas off of you, and the conversation that we had was always very rich and meaningful. Enjoyed talking about ministry in Los Angeles and talking about Melodyland and your memories of that, and Fuller, and the fact that you even were at Lake Avenue Congregational Church working with Bruce Leafblad. That was a surprising connection for me because he had such an impact on my life. But we were able to talk about deep and rich things, and that was really a wonderful thing for me in my first couple of years, to have someone that I could connect with here. And I'm very, very grateful for what you gave me during those times. You enabled me and actually forced me to slow down, which is really good because I'm so oftentimes just running around like a crazy man. Anyway, wishing you a very, very happy birthday and God's continued infusions of grace in your life for every need that you have. That you will retain certainly your imagination, intelligence, and your great sense of humor. May God bless you richly on your birthday. Bye for now.
Happy birthday, Uncle Martin. Just wanted to let you know I love you, and I've been praying for you, and just wanted to thank you for all the good memories that we had, or we still have, for our trips up to Three Rivers. They'll always be part of my life, and those were special days that we were able to spend together. I love you, and I hope to see you in Germany, and have a happy birthday.
Happy 70th birthday, Grandpa!
Hello, Martine. This is Lois Vastspoken wishing you a happy birthday. I so clearly remember your interview with OC and how you had written on your application form that the Lord had used Snoopy cartoon books in your life. And during the interview, when the committee quizzed you on that, you flat out stated that prior to coming to know the Lord, you had read materials and books that were not healthy for your mind. And so the Lord used the cartoons to redirect your thoughts. Blessings to you and Lois and your family in this coming year. With much love, many warm memories.
Glenn Carlson here. Say, you were always the guy to have a certain glint in your eye, who loved joking and kidding around, pulling Angelica's and my legs whenever you could. But sometimes you could get quite serious, especially when you were really passionate in your convictions about something. One time at your home in Neustadt, more than a quarter century ago, you and I were talking about human fertility within marriage, and you shared your conviction, born of faith, that neither the state nor contemporary social norms should be allowed to restrict or put minimizing pressure on the number of children a family should have. Because children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from Him, as the psalmist says. I really respected you for this, Martin, and now, in retrospect, that truth, and Lois and you living it out, has redounded to bless you both. I know your whole family is a deep joy and comfort to you. Angelica and I wish we could be up there with you to celebrate your special day, but alas, we'll be out of the country then. Happy and blessed 70th, brother.
Happy birthday, Martine. Sure wish that I could be there for this celebration. Being around you and Lois and your family has always been mentally and spiritually stimulating, and lots of fun, too. I really admire you for your faith, for your musical ability, and I appreciate your sense of humor, and I enjoy your Germanness. You bring a special difference in personality into our family that is much appreciated. And of course, my special memory is going to Germany and spending those couple weeks with your family when Maria was born. And always a special thanks to you for just helping to fulfill one of the desires of my heart in getting a piano to take back to Indonesia with me. Wish I could be there again. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Contact
Heute hast du Geburtstag und wir singen ein Lied für dich aus diesem Grund. Wir wissen, wir singen nicht schön, aber laut. Entscheidend beim Singen ist, dass man sich traut. Wir alle hier gratulieren dir. Wir sagen Prost und trinken ein Bier. Auf dich und auf dass du uns niemals vergisst. Auf Glück und Gesundheit und bleib wie du bist.
Also Martin, Wollin, we together wish you a very happy birthday, and we hope that you have many, many memories of great times that we've enjoyed together. We remember lots of enjoyable times with you and Lois and your family, both when we're all together and just with you alone. And I think one of my favorite memories is when you and John Bybee threw all of the young guys into the pool because they were getting too smart aleck. Remember that time? Or of course you probably remember all the times I beat you at horseshoes. Or was it Manuel?
I also loved coffee trinken at your house in the afternoons in Germany, and also the times that we would cook out the bratwurst, and you're so delicious. And we hope you really enjoyed the little German birthday song we just sent you too. We love you so much. You've meant so much to our family. We love your children. You've really blessed us, and you've really blessed your community in so many ways.
And 70 years is not a small amount of years to have lived already. Hang in there, hang tough, show that good German, what you call it, Chutzpah. Is that it?
No.
In these challenging years that you're facing now, and be sweet to your wife.
Love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hello, Martin. So it's a privilege to be able to interact with you in this way, and I hope it's meaningful to you. So Lynn and Karen McAdam taping at the moment in just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, and I would like to relate a little incident that was seared into my memory from our early days as freshly arrived missionaries in Germany back in 1985. We had found a home to live in, and Frau Dr. Letsch, the wife of the owner, was being a little bit difficult in terms of getting the home ready for us to move in. And I can remember so clearly you were standing in the living room at Föhrenweg, 12B, and saying, ja, aber die beiden, die wollten ja doch einen Teppichboden und nicht Teppichböden. For some reason or another, that just really stuck with me. She had very inexpensive carpeting laid that had a seam that went down the middle of it in the living room that didn't look very good. And I can remember thinking, wow, I'm really glad that there's somebody here to navigate this for us. Don't know that we would have been able to do it as well as you did.
And just a few weeks before that, you were the one that picked us up at the Mannheim train station in a green Passat Kombi and drove us out to Hasloch. That was the beginning of quite a number of trips with you, and we have shared many different events with you and your family in Neustadt and in Stehlingen, and then after you moved to Lörrach down there as well. And I have lots of memories of conversations and events from different over the course of a good decade, I guess it was. But the thing that I wanted to leave with you and thank you for is your example as a devoted dad. And I'm especially impressed with the way you shared the gift of music with your kids, but also with so many different churches that I was in with you, and also with our team. That was always such a blessing to have your musical ability with our team. And we have very fond memories of those years together with you and your family. And despite all the time that's passed and not having seen one another very often, we still love you and your kids and miss you and wish you the best on this birthday. I think it's number 70, if I'm not mistaken. Alles Gute.
Indeed. All I love, Martin.
So, Martin, 1 Minute Zeit habe ich jetzt für dieses Video. 1 Minute. In 1 Minute kann alles Wichtige gesagt werden. Aber was ist denn jetzt das Wichtige? Was ist das Wichtigste? 1 Minute habe ich nur. Mist, die Zeit geht ganz schön schnell. Ich fange mal an. Also, Martin, ich fange mal an. 70 Jahre alt bist du jetzt. Das ist schon ein ganzes Stück weit. Und ein großes Stück weit dieser Zeit kennen wir uns. Und das finde ich ein Stück weit richtig gut. Nee, und wieso kann ich nicht weitermachen? Nee, so nicht, so geht's nicht. Was mache ich denn jetzt? Ich weiß es jetzt. Martin, schön, dass es dich gibt. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Reichen, fetten Segen dir.
Hi, Martin. We're so happy to wish you birthday greetings, and we really miss you and Lois, and we just fondly remember the many times we got together and the stories that you told, and we wish to all the best for you this approaching birthday.
Yes, we both wish we were there, because I especially want a rematch with you as far as on that foosball table. Happy birthday, Martine.
Hello, Martine. I hope this is recording. Happy birthday, and may you feel Jesus near every day of the year. I pray for you to experience the Lord's love and peace and find something to enjoy in every day. Through the years, I have been inspired by your faith and your determination, and I've been blessed by your quick wit and sense of humor. One memory I have is about when you and Lois were on deputation at first, and you loved good coffee, but you would not allow yourself to drink anything but instant until you had raised the goal of what you needed to raise. But if someone took the lid off the instant coffee and didn't put it right back on, you'd say, oh, put the lid back on. It's losing all the aroma. So I remember that. And I know if John were here, he would say something smart to you, and he would call you Jerry. I'm so glad that you've been a treasured part of our family for so many years. Love you much. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Martin. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Yes, Martin. God bless you on your 70th birthday. Wow. And we have all kinds of memories of you, back in those good old Jans team days. I remember especially when we traveled together and you told your story of how you found Christ. That was always an amazing story to me, and wonder how wonderful that he found you, even though you were quite a rascal out there doing your, what was it? That was pretty lefty stuff that you were doing back then. Now it's rights over here. But anyhow, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Martin. Lieber Onkel Martin, wenn ich an dich denke, dann denke ich an Musik. Und warum denke ich an Musik? Natürlich, weil ich als erstes immer eure großen Flügel gesehen habe im Wohnzimmer in Lörrach oder in Neustadt am Rübenberge. Und du hast dich hingesetzt an diesen Flügel und einfach so drauf losgespielt und Musik gemacht und deine Kinder mit dir. Und jetzt haben wir unsere eigene Familie und wir machen auch sehr viel Musik. Zum Beispiel Klavier, Orgel, Trompete, Posaune, da ist alles mit dabei. Und singen können wir natürlich auch. Viel Glück und viel Segen, auf all deinen Wegen, Gesundheit und Friede, sei auch mit dabei. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Hallo Martin, hier sind Magdalena und
Hans-Jürgen.
Zu deinem Geburtstag gratulieren wir dir ganz herzlich und wünschen dir alles erdenklich Gute.
Es ist ja dein 70. Geburtstag und ich finde, es ist Zeit geworden ist, dass du endlich auch 70 geworden bist. Als einer der Jüngsten der Klasse.
Ja, also Martin, wir denken gerne an die gemeinsame Schulzeit zurück. Da gibt es viel zu erzählen.
Ja, da wurde ja auch danach gefragt, wie du so warst in der Schule. Und da warst du bei uns eigentlich der größte Spaßvogel in der Klasse. Da kann ich mich an Sachen erinnern, wie zum Beispiel, als die Lehrerin fragte, was wolltest du später mal werden? Hieß es bei dir, du willst Millionär werden. Als Frau Kaule fragte, wie wollen Sie das machen, Herr Wollin? Sagtest du, jede Woche im Lotto gewinnen. Aber so ging es dann auch weiter. Wir haben ja dann noch weiter gemeinsame Zeit. Wir waren ja noch zusammen beim Bundesgrenzschutz. Da sind wir zum Beispiel von Coburg zum Lauterberg mehrmals marschiert. Und da ist dir der Spaß auch nicht abhanden gekommen. Ich kann mich gut daran erinnern, wie wir in Lautertal entlang marschiert sind, im Bauernhof eine Kuh geblökt hat und du ganz laut sagtest, jawohl, Herr Wachtmeister. Ja, dann hat uns eigentlich die gemeinsame Zeit verlassen. Du hast uns dann auch einmal besucht. In Höchberg. Und da lag jede Menge Schnee damals. So viel lag später nicht mehr bei uns.
Ja, das hinderte deine Frau Neuss nicht daran, sich sportlich bei uns zu betätigen. Allerdings hat sie das im Haus getan. Sie ist mehrere Male die Treppe im Haus auf und wieder runtergerannt und das war ihr Fitnessprogramm. Daran kann ich mich noch gut erinnern. So, jetzt wollen wir dir und deiner Familie eine fröhliche Geburtstagsfeier wünschen und eine recht schöne Zeit mit deiner großen Familie.
Ja.
Auf dein Wohl.
Auf dein Wohl. Der Wein ist echt aus Franken. Hast du zwar nichts davon, aber kannst dir mal zuschauen.
Hi Martine, Lisa Barlow here. I really wish I could be there for your birthday. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. And the reason it's going to be a lot of fun is because you're going to be there. One of my favorite things about you is that you have a really dry sense of humor. And that's one of the things I remember when I first met you. Your dry sense of humor and how easy it is to be around you. Just love your family. And one of my favorite memories is that you guys came to visit us whenever you were in the U.S. And I love that we got to sit around together singing. That's one of my favorite memories. So have a wonderful 70th birthday party and wish I was there. Happy birthday. Alles Gute.
Hello, Martine. Since we couldn't make it to your birthday party, we decided to have a party here instead. Hope you enjoy yours. We're enjoying ours. Love you. Bye.
Alright, we're recording.
Hi Martine and Lois. Happy birthday, Martine. Hope you're enjoying this new year and all is well. We miss you and
We love you. We
and
miss
love
you.
you and hope Germany is treating you and your family really well and that you're enjoying your homeland of Germany and hope you have a wonderful rest of your year and
Have fun today.
and
Birthday.
have fun today on your birthday.
We love you. Mwah. Mwah.
Hallo Martin, Eric Spindler aus Gelsberg hier. Ich will mich bei dir bedanken, dass du uns nach Deutschland begleitet hast. Du hast wirklich geholfen, alles damit. Besonders klar in meinem Kopf ist, als du die Mauerstücke an den Schülern weitergegeben hast. Das hat die Schüler wirklich beeindruckt. Ich übrigens auch. Das hat mich auch sehr viel beeindruckt. Und ich will auch sagen, danke, dass ich mal einfach vorbeikommen konnte und einfach reden und mit dir und Lois und alles so sprechen. Ich wünsche dir alles Gute zum Geburtstag. Also alles Gute. Tschüss.
You're turning 70, Dad, and so I'm gonna list 7 things that I've learned from you. 1 for each decade that you've been alive, or for each 3 that I've shared with you. Number 1, the proper way to behead a soft-boiled egg. Number 2, how to play the world's smallest violin. Number 3, it's never too late, and it's always worth it to ask the questions you need answered. Number 4, if you have a little extra, let it become your neighbor's enough. Number 5, do what you said you would. And number 6, pancakes need salt. And number 7, the best kind of joke is its own punchline. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag, Papa. We love you so much. I'm so glad you're my dad, and I really hope you're feeling the love from everybody around you today.
Happy birthday, Martine. It's great to have this opportunity to honor you and wish you blessings. I really appreciate you and what you have meant to our lives. From the early years of Connie and my marriage, when you and Lois were also in the LA area, it was a blessing just to be around you guys and hang out, watch and listen, and hear you share your perspectives and wisdom. Specific things and life examples, like the practice you had at the time of fasting and praying every Monday for your girls. And there have been so many other times of hospitality and sharing throughout the years. You were such great hosts and tour guides for us the week we spent with you in Neustadt in 1986. Many great memories, and so many memories of other family times in Escondido and then again in Galesburg, singing prayers around the dinner table, and the example of you blessing each of your children every night, which we then also added to our nighttime routine. And of course, I remember your unique sense of humor. I can still hear your voice telling the punchline in the one about the thermos being the greatest engineering invention of all time. Put in something hot and it keeps it hot, but put in something cold and it keeps it cold. How does it know? Martine, your life has been an example and a blessing to so many, not the least to all your children. And your life was born and continues to bear much fruit. May the Lord bless you and keep you, be gracious to you, and comfort you with his presence, and give you peace and great joy. Happy birthday, Martine.
Hi, Martin. Ann Snelling from Oregon. Happy birthday greetings to you. I'm so glad to know that you're having a big 0 birthday. Your life has been filled with the richness of God's blessings and the richness of your family's blessings. I have a great memory of the 2 of us when we collaborated together to do a piano duet concert at Emmanuel Faith Church. If you recall, we moved my Steinway grand piano from my house to the church, and there we were able to practice together. We did a Saturday night, Sunday morning services, and a Sunday night concert before my piano was moved back home. It was so much fun doing that with you, plus having that special memory all these years later. I wonder if you're still playing the piano. Whether you are or not, I know that you're getting tremendous joy from the blessing of hearing music that other people play and sing. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating. If I don't see you on earth, I'll see you in heaven.
Lieber Martin, nachdem ich schon versucht habe, dir einen Geburtstagsgruß per Facebook Tribute zu schicken und das irgendwo im Nirvana verschwunden ist, versuche ich nun mein Glück mit WhatsApp und der Videotaste. Also ich kann mich jetzt ganz gut sehen. Ich hoffe, dass du an deinem Geburtstag am 15.03. mich auch sehr gut sehen kannst. Lieber Martin, ich möchte dich an unser schönstes gemeinsames Erlebnis erinnern, an unsere Radlfahrt am Pfingsten 1967 von Neustadt bei Coburg nach Bottenstein. Du warst damals 17 Jahre alt und ich bereits schon 18 und ich hatte damit schon die Volljährigkeit, du nicht. Da haben wir im Freien außerhalb von Bottenstein gezeltet, auf offenem Feuer gekocht, was, das weiß ich nicht mehr, und gesoffen, was, das weiß ich auch nicht mehr. Auf einem der Bilder, die ich in meinem Fotoalbum habe, ist zu sehen Weinbrand. Also wir waren anscheinend damals ganz schlimme Jungs. Gott sei Dank sind wir später vernünftiger geworden. Und dann haben wir in der Bäckerei uns auch noch Gebäckstücke gemopst und uns auf dem Heimweg eingeredet, dass das ja Mundraub ist und uns gegenseitig beschwichtigt. Martin, leider ist es bei diesem einen schönen Radlausflug geblieben. Wir hatten ja dann auch noch mal ein nettes Wochenende gemeinsam in Berlin, als du in Spandau in der Kirchenmusikschule warst. Aber ich erinnere mich immer sehr, sehr gerne an diese beiden Treffen nach unserer Schulzeit zurück. Lieber Martin, ich wünsche dir ein schönes Geburtstagsfest in Neustadt an der Rübenberge, in deiner sogenannten alten Heimat, und hebe jetzt das Glas auf dich und hoffe, dass deine Gesundheit stabil bleibt und dass wir uns noch lange in Kontakt bleiben können und sehen. Alles Gute, Martin.
Hi, Martine. This is Linda and Graham Volker from Placentia, California, and we are happy to be involved in wishing you a happy birthday with this tribute. And I wanted to share a couple of music memories with you from actually Norwalk, California, when you were a guest musician at Trinity Lutheran Church. And I very clearly remember you and Lois singing together on a Keith Green song there about the Lord buoying you up with oil and wine for a dry, tired heart. And that song really touched me. And then the other was when you and Lois sang Sunrise, Sunset together at Liddy's wedding. So those are both fun music memories for me.
We have some good Wollin memories in our house. We have this print from one of the pastor's wives and the tour that you did for the pastors from Germany coming to the U.S. to see all the U.S. churches. And we also have a piece of the Berlin Wall to remind us you sent to us in the late 80s. So we have many memories of the Wollins in our hearts and in our home. Happy birthday, Martine.
Thank you so much for having us.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Martine. Happy 70th birthday. I hope that you have an amazing day with your friends and your family who love and support you, and you're able to be celebrated today. I hope it's a day filled with joy and excitement, and you just have a great time surrounded with people that you love. I'll be here in California thinking and praying for you, and on the 15th, just hoping that you have a great day. I hope to get to know you more in the future. All right, happy birthday.
Hey, Martine. You know how much I love you, right? So Martine, I remember when you used to come over to our house when I taught Sammy and Alec Latin. And you used to come over and we'd sit in the kitchen and we'd discuss lots of things that weren't related to Latin, and you were a big distraction, but I really appreciated the company, and the kids didn't learn that much, but at least we had fun, didn't we? And you helped out with the kids when we renovated the garage, the kitchen. We tore apart the kitchen. You helped out with that. You've been here for a good part of the time we've lived in Galesburg, and we love you so dearly. And of course, we love your kids. They've been a big part of our life. And Lois is nice too. So I want to wish you a happy whatever this thing is we're doing, and I hope you have many more great years ahead of you. I love you, and I hope to get to Germany sometime soon and see you guys. And this is Mike signing off from Galesburg. Ciao.
Hey Martine, happy birthday. Forgive the voice, I've been struggling with a cold this last week, but I wanted to take a moment to wish you such a happy birthday. I think one of the things I appreciate the most and one of the greatest memories I have of you are two things. Whenever we spent time together talking, you made me laugh and you made me think. Those are two things that I value greatly in friends, and one that I value especially in you. You were always willing to see the funny side of things, not take some things too seriously that didn't need to be taken too seriously, and yet take the things seriously that you need to. You have been such an amazing servant for God and will continue to be. Thank you for your friendship, for how you've made me think all these years, for being such a prayer warrior and such a dear friend. Happy birthday and much love from Michael and I.
Lieber Martin, alles Gute, Gottes Segen zu deinem Geburtstag. Das war der erste Eindruck, den ich von dir bekommen habe. Denn ich war 1989 als junge Christin im Publikum, als ihr den Zeugen in Neustadt aufgeführt habt. Und da konnte man von dir nur die weißen Hände sehen. Aber Gottes Wege sind gut, und so dürfen wir uns schon lange Jahre jetzt begleiten. In Erinnerung ist mir auch geblieben, dass du und Frank, dass ihr euch oft über eure 68er-Zeiten ausgetauscht habt. Und ich glaube, wir dürfen alle dankbar sein, dass ihr beide den Weg zu Jesus gefunden habt. Ich wünsche dir alles Gute, besonders heute an deinem Geburtstag, viel Freude, und ich bin dankbar, dass ich dabei sein darf.
Hi, Martine.
Happy birthday, Martine.
This is cool. We're trying to think of a memory, lots of memories, but Doris thought of the time that we were living together doing our initial OC training in Sunnyvale.
Sunnyside. Wasn't it Sunnyside?
Sunnyside, Sunnyvale.
Whatever. I don't even remember.
I think Sunnyvale. Anyway, we lived with you guys and got to see Lydia's first steps. And there was one particular good day where we learned one of our first German phrases. Bei diesem Wetter muss man draußen sitzen.
And Martine, you were always drinking beer.
Yep.
Like every night you had beer, and I just said, oh my gosh, this is sort of not like
Dallas Seminary.
Like Dallas Seminary, which we'd just
Probably
gotten out of.
Not like Melodyland. And I think most people went over teetotalers. We really weren't teetotalers when we went there, but we definitely were not teetotalers when we came back. And I don't think anybody on our team was a teetotaler.
We had no idea how good German beer was.
I said, this is really good. What do you call it? They say, we call it beer. So why don't we have this in America? Of course, I think we've caught up now. We've got enough of the microbreweries to have a good beer and a good roasted.
We think of you and pray for you a lot, Martine. We know these are difficult days for you.
Yeah, keep looking up.
I know.
Our redemption is drawing near. Could be very soon, any day. We should sing to you the German happy birthday that we have sort of mal-arranged, probably. It's a little dangerous to do this to a music man, but how do you want to start? Viel Glück und viel Segen auf all deinen Wegen, Gesundheit und Frohsinn sei auch mit dabei. Gesundheit und Frohsinn, sei auch mit dabei. Flat.
I was flat.
I think you were flat.
I don't. Well, I didn't hear it.
That's right. You were
That
flat.
shows we're aging.
Oh my, and that's the truth. Well, happy birthday, and wish we could run into you. If you get over there sometime, it'd be wonderful. You're always welcome to stop by here if you happen to be in the neighborhood.
May the Lord continue to direct your steps and find you a good place to be in Germany, since I know that's your desire.
God bless and keep you, and we'll see each other here, there, or in the air.
And sorry that this didn't get done according to the dates that you wanted it to be done, but Matt's been working, just working, and last weekend we were in Coeur d'Alene visiting Gretchen with her 4 kids and babysitting, so it's just, this is the time we can do it, so.
Yeah, well, happy birthday. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Greetings, Martin and family. From way up north in northern Michigan, we're wishing you the happiest of days today. Appreciate all the times that we did have a chance to hook up through life, and hopefully we still will one more time. Happy day.
Hey Martine, Dan Hall here. As soon as I saw this idea of sending you a message, I knew exactly what I was going to say, because back about 40 years ago, you were a music teacher at our school, and I was a kid of whatever, 13, 14, 15 years old in there somewhere, and you were the director of the musical The Witness, and inspired us to step out of our comfort zone and do things we hadn't done before, singing parts, singing solos. You actually got me to sing a solo, which I'd never done before. It was pretty good experience, a great experience, I should say. So I thank you for your inspiration of us, and I know many, many others before that and long after. And then many years later, when I was a teacher at the school, you came and did a chapel where you talked about, in Germany, they said if the Berlin Wall ever fell down, gummy bears would fall from the sky. And then a few short years later, the wall did fall down, and you came again and brought us gummy bears and a piece of the Berlin Wall, and spoke with deep emotion and passion about your country and the amazing events that have transpired. So thank you for your inspiration and the way God has used you many years to touch many people, including me and indirectly our family. Because the things that I love most have past life. So thank you. God bless you. And continue to be blessed.
Hello, Uncle Martine. I'm sitting here in my office thinking about you and taking pictures of myself to talk to you. Well, you are special to me. You always have been. I'm thinking back on the years that you came from Germany when I was about 12 years old. Spent time with us. Don't recall how many years, but you were here a long time, and it was like having a big brother for me. It was a good time in my life to have you there. And very fond memories. And I'm named after you. I've had to proudly tell people that look at me weird when I tell them my name, because it's not a common name, that I was named after my uncle from Germany, and that helps them to understand where the name came from. So anyways, I wish you better health. I wish you a happy birthday, and I am proud to be your nephew. And I miss you guys a lot. And we may come to Germany next summer. We're planning a trip now. Hopefully it can work out and we can see everybody. So have a good party, if you will, if that's what's happening for your 70th birthday. And I wish you the very best. God bless you and I love you.
Hello, Martin. Dan Hall here. Glad to get the opportunity to say some things to you. What I remember was you were a really good music teacher. You inspired a lot of singing and singing in parts and good music from us. And doing the musical The Witness was a great experience for us. You got us to sing solos. I actually sang a solo for the first time and didn't know I could do that. And that was really, really important to have a guy like you who was professional but also fun and inspiring way back then. I also remember you came to speak to our school about the Berlin Wall and said that you had a saying in Germany that if the Berlin Wall ever came down, it would rain gummy bears from the sky, and it was a very kind of entertaining and emotional speech or talk that you gave us in our chapel service. But then back a few years later, or after that, a few years later, you came and spoke again when I was a teacher at the school. The Berlin Wall had come down, and you gave everybody gummy bears and gave us a very emotional and heartfelt talk about this incredible event that happened in history, and gave the school a piece of the Berlin Wall. I remember that. So thank you for all that you did to inspire many of us at the school, and we want to give you this tribute, and may God bless you richly.
Lieber Martin, obwohl wir uns sehr lange, oder vielleicht auch gerade weil wir uns sehr lange nicht gesehen haben, ich meine 15 Jahre, ist es mir bewusst, wie viele wichtige Einflüsse du in meinem Leben hinterlassen hast. Wahrscheinlich werden das alle sagen, die zum Jugendchor oder Chor Gilead gehört haben oder auch die an Freitags-Frühstückstreffen teilgenommen haben, um nur mal 2 Beispiele zu nennen. Ja, und für mich persönlich gilt auch, dass als ich in einer glaubensmäßigen Neuorientierungsphase war, Anfang der 90er Jahre, dass es mir sehr geholfen hat, jemanden wie dich zu erleben, der Glauben und Intellekt und auch Glauben und Humor sehr stark zusammenbringt. Ich glaube, in dieser Hinsicht bist du einzigartig und ich freue mich auf jeden Fall auf das Wiedersehen.
Hello, Martin. This is Mick Wilson, now living in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. My memories of you when you joined the German team was a person with a great zeal for the Lord, very gifted and talented person, and one who I know was going to make a lot of impact for the kingdom. And that you have done.
Stell dir vor, es würde Gummibärchen regnen, wir würden Donald Duck begegnen, die Bäume könnten singen, das wäre doch ganz toll. Ja, das war bestimmt eins der Lieder, die besonders waren in unserer Stami-Band, aber ich verbinde es auch irgendwie mit dir und ja, wir waren mutig und haben es rausgehauen. Ja, und so wie sich unsere Wege damals gekreuzt haben, ist es auch manchmal so im Leben, dass sie sich eben auch wieder trennen. Und es war schön, dich und euch letztens deine Stami mal wieder sehen zu dürfen. Und ja, jetzt zu deinem Geburtstag dachte ich mir, schicke ich dir auch ein Video und grüße dich auch ganz herzlich und befehle dich auch der Gnade Gottes an und dass du wirklich von Herzen aus sagen kannst, dass Gott dein Glück ist in jeder Lebenssituation. Und wenn du mal wieder eine Gummibärchentüte knackst, dann denk doch an uns zurück. Ja, liebe Grüße, Martin. Ciao.